Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your weekly reading for March 1st to the 9th. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You know we're going to jump right into it. Aquarius, what a week. What a week. Happy March, first of all, but this is definitely going to be a really big week for you. You're going to feel a lot of energy. You're going to feel this excitement in the air. This is charge in the air. It feels really good. I want you to know that this week is a little unusual because it feels like a new beginning. At the same time, something's ending, but in different areas of your life, right? Because remember what I said in your monthly forecast, next week, we've got the lunar eclipse, the first eclipse of the year. And Aquarius, I feel like I'm going to spend a little bit more time with you, maybe, next week or even in this reading, because, I mean, that's a big one, right? The lunar eclipse in Virgo, that rules your 8th house of death and rebirth and transformation, regeneration. And you've got, on top of that, by the way, so you're going to be feeling it this week because it's so strong. It's an eclipse. And so there's changes happening for you. Now, remember, February 27th, you may be, watching this video before we even get to that point, but February 27th, that was the new moon in Pisces, okay? Not just a new moon. I mean, we had Saturn, Neptune, Mercury, North Node, all conjuncting too in Pisces. So that is your second house of self-worth and self-value. So you as a person are changing, and you're moving in this direction of a lot more empowerment. Remember, Pluto moved into your sign. And it's still, Pluto this year, because Pluto moves so slow, right? It's going to take 19 years for him to, he's going to be in our sign for 19 years. It's only like 2-3 degrees. So you're still at the beginning of this big metamorphosis. I mean, it's huge. Aquarius, y'all are going to be changing. But okay, so this week, so by the way, that new moon in Pisces, also income, salary, finances, money, and food. If food's like a thing for you, second house is also material possessions. There's a lot, a new path, new opportunity unfurling for you, okay? Because you're going to feel that new moon impact this week, even next week, right? But here's the thing. That's actually kind of really great, because while that is happening, right, you get to focus on what's happening this week, which is March 1st, Saturday, Venus going retrograde. Now, so therefore, starting on the 1st, things that bring you pleasure and joy, things that your heart desires, you're going to be reassessing them, reviewing them, reevaluating them. You're going to have questions like, does this make me feel good? All right. Does this, make my heart sing? What is of value to me? Do I find this having value in my life? What turns me on, right? It's Venus. Like, what do you enjoy? Like, do I feel like I'm being loved? And those are always going to come up, right? With Venus retrogrades, questions like that. And Venus retrograde in Aries, remember, is this kind of like the strong, independent woman energy, right? You are possibly going to you want others to see that you are self-sufficient. Okay, so it is definitely a big time to reassess, including relationships, obviously, because Venus, right? But I am going to tell you something that is completely mind-blowing at the end of this video, okay? Because there's something else happening for you here. Now, so take that time. It's in your 3rd house. Communication, processing things. You're going to be thinking a lot, all right, about everything that Venus rules, that matters to you. And that is, money, creativity, beauty, all of that is on the table. But, relationships is a big thing. Now, it's in your 3rd house. So when I say relationships, it can be anything, by the way. It can be you're in romantically, or it can be with a career related, something there. Or, your 3rd house is also siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, neighbors, all of that, right? So maybe something there. Okay. So just keep that in mind. You deserve the best, Aquarius. So as you reflect and reassess, make sure that the things that you're just, it doesn't make if your heart's not in it, just, we got to make those adjustments, right? That is what Venus retrograde is here for, okay, for the next 6 weeks. Now, also remember, if you're single, probably not a good time to start a relationship while Venus is in her weakest state. Also, if you are in a relationship, yeah, it's just reassessing, right? It may not even be a big thing, but it is Venus retrograde, in Aries. It's going to bring up themes like jealousy. Yeah, that could arise, or codependency. You could take a really strong look at that. Aries is competitive energy, by the way, like really competitive. So there may be something here, okay? Also remember, you hear that? Church bells. You got church bells in that's a sign, all right? Now, remember, for people in your lives from your past are going to start resurfacing. You're going to start seeing them, or they're going to be sliding through your DMs. And yes, it could be former lovers, but there's Mercury retrograde too. Remember, that's happening next week. Therefore, Mercury's in shadow this week. So with these two planets retrograde, oh yeah, people from your past definitely going to come by. All right. So just use this time to, untangle things, rectify things. Again, like, it's not all about relationships. Venus is beauty, it's luxury, it's creativity, it's, money. All right. So you don't want to buy expensive things, while Venus is retrograde. Try to avoid cosmetic surgery, just especially because Aries rules the face and Venus is in her week 8. So anyway, I talk more about this in the video that I did on Venus retrograde. I'll leave it at the end of the video, maybe in your description, in the description box as well. Actually, I'll leave it in the description box, but I want you, Aquarius, I want you to think about what happened for you March to April 15th, 2017. So that is going to give you a little bit of an idea of what you can expect with this Venus retrograde. All right, all month long. All right. So I know what happened. I know what was happening in my life. So keep that in mind. And here's the other thing. You're going to go back to money is just going to be a big theme for you this month. Okay. I'm just going to tell you this now. I told Geminis this. I was going to wait until next week, or even, at the end of the month. I also want you to think about what happened for you January 28th, which was my birthday, to February 4th or 5th. Okay. Because at the end of this month, there's going to be something connected to that time. What were you thinking about? What was happening in your world? All right. And yeah, it may be something with income, finances. Maybe you were thinking of, different job, or, I got to make more money, things like that. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Now, if you are a cross watcher, if you watch for rising, your moon, your brother, your sister, your husband, whoever it is, Taurus, Libra, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. Okay. Those are the signs that are going to feel the Venus retrograde the most. Okay. It seems like you got something to say too. Right? Aquarius, because I'm looking and, right off the bat, we have the moon in Aries as well. It's going to be conjuncting Chiron, but also like Venus and Neptune and Mercury and North Node. Anyway, we'll talk about that in the second spread, but there is something here. I feel like you're gonna want to communicate something. All right. Now, Sunday, March 2nd, we have the Sun square Jupiter. Remember, I said in your monthly forecast there are no oppositions, and there are no squares except for this one the entire month. Okay, and that's excluding the lunations. Obviously, the moons have transit, aspects every day, and so this one is great. I said this is a good square. I want you to use this. All right. This is an aspect that puts you in the mood to have fun, to be fun, to find joy and wisdom and share it, to be very optimistic. Okay. Ariana Grande, Chris Rock, Frank Sinatra. Okay. James McAvoy. They all have or have had Sun square Jupiter in their charts. What do they all have in common? They make people smile. What they do is to make people happy. Yeah. And so because we're talking about the sun, right? Latin, solar, solus, soul. Okay, soul. All right. This is nourishing your soul through vibrating at a high frequency. All this love energy. And the sun is in Pisces, so it's already a very spiritual time. And, the North Node is here as well. So this is really great. This is wonderful. There may be something here for you that is really special because Jupiter is in Gemini in your 5th house of love and joy and pleasure and creativity and romance. So I like this for you. I like this for you. I want you to use this day, right? I want you. By the way, the lower expressions, okay, of Jupiter's, the Sun square Jupiter, just don't overdo things, right? Jupiter doesn't have an off button. So try to avoid overindulging, overanalyzing, overspending, right? Especially like when Venus is retrograde in Aries. You just don't want to buy big things. Like, don't go out buying, a private island. Like, wait until April, right? Yeah, this is a very interesting day because Mercury will conjunct Neptune too. And this is happening in Pisces. Remember, the North Node is here, Saturn is here. It's strong. It's strong. It's like kicking off the month with a bang. There's a lot happening. And, I talked about this in length last week in your monthly forecast. Just remember, this is something that you can use because everything, creativity, imagination, intuition, inspiration, compassion, all that really heightened here. And it's Mercury, the communicator, the messenger. All right. Also writing and editing and research, all of that. So conjunctions are really, really powerful. And everything I've just mentioned that is going to be on the table here, you're going to use this. Okay. And you're going to apply it to your sense of self-worth and self-value. It's your 2nd house. Things that make you feel confident, more confident. And then, also money. If you're in a place, you've had so much money stuff happening. If you're in a place where it's like, I want to make more money, I want to start this side hustle. Well, this is perfect because it's going to let your, really activate your creative muscles, right? So I love this. It's handmade for writers and poets, artists of all types, right? Dancers. It's just beautiful. It's a fairy tale, right? It's a fairy tale, fantasy, world building, right? Creating the world that you want to live in. So just think of it as, a new cycle, right? It's really, really nice, but have a foot in the ground. Remember, I've been talking about that because this aspect can be a little too dreamy, too, it's very nebulous. It's like, can be a little too like head in the clouds, lights on, nobody home. So have a foot in the ground. Yeah. All right. Now, Monday, March 3rd, Mercury will move into Aries. Wow. Very, very different vibe from Mercury and Pisces, which is dreamy. Mercury in Aries is, let's go. Chop, chop. Snap, 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 snap. Okay. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. That's Mercury in Aries. It's that fiery attitude in the way that you communicate. It is very energetic. Aries being a fire side. The way you speak, the way you think, the way you communicate, you're going to find yourself doing all that in this very bold way. All right. Very, assertive, right? Speaking with conviction, being direct. That is Mercury in Aries. Okay. It's also very independent thinking. No hive mind here. This is you. And remember, Aries is the I am. Use this, please. Please use this. It's in your 3rd house of communication. All right. Mercury rules communication. So for you, Aquarius, you're going to have a lot of these important conversations and you're going to feel like the things that you want, you're going to let it be known. Okay. So please do that. Emails, writing, all of that. Okay. Just remember, Mercury and Aries can be a little bit, assertive and aggressive, but just be mindful. You're going to be fine. Okay. By the way, you and Aries have a lot of similar things in common. We'll talk more about that next week, but again, this is good for you, right? All right. So you got Venus retrograde in Aries and now you've got Mercury in Aries, and I'm just going to give you the heads up now. next week is when Mercury goes retrograde. So anything that you're signing, any important conversations that you're having, right? Do it as early as you can. Do it as early as you can. Okay. But definitely be mindful. And I would not be surprised if a lot of y'all are thinking about launching your own business or doing something very entrepreneurial where it's just you. I mean, other people involved, obviously, but in some capacity. But this is like, I want to do this. It could be like a side hustle, side gig. Maybe you're starting a podcast. I mean, it's your third house. So really, really, really nice. What else is happening? Oh yeah, and if you are Gemini, if you're a cross watcher, rising or moon, or anyone else, Gemini, Virgo, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo will feel this the most. Okay, Venus and Mercury in Aries out of all the signs, but everyone obviously is going to feel it. Now, Wednesday, March 5th, Mercury will sextile Pluto in Aquarius. Love it. Hey, there you go. There you go. And Aquarius, that we do have the sun sextile Pluto. We have, Venus sextile Pluto. Those are all to come in the next few weeks, right? So they're amplifying that energy, that, sense of empowerment. Mercury sextile Pluto, this is really going, not only being very like observant and curious, it's very psychological. So you could be going really deep at this point to, unroot things and face a lot of your truths, but secrets can be, revealed around this time. And it's not like, it's more like truths coming to the surface. So there's an element here for you because Pluto's in your sign and you've got Mercury and Aries in your third house of communication. I just feel like there is something here you've got to say. Okay. Something you're going to say, sign, maybe have an agreement or like an initial, job interview. There's something here. But again, I want you to go deep. All right. I want you to go deep because there's so much happening in terms of like you, right? Your second house activated. You're going to be feeling that eighth house activity. A lot of money stuff here too. So keep that in mind. Yeah. All right. Now, it's a great aspect for you. All right. And I would write things and communicate because you have some power here. Mercury sextile Pluto, Stephen King has this in his chart. He's a great writer. All right. Now, Friday, March 7th. We got the sun, trining Mars. Amazing. And this is the day that they perfect at 17 degrees. Okay. Remember, Mars is moving slow. So that actually is a blessing in disguise because you get the sun trine Mars. You're going to feel it all week. And the week after as well. And this is good because, first of all, Mars no longer retrograde, right? No longer retrograde. And you don't have to worry about that until 2027. That's the next time Mars will go retrograde. So we'll take it. He's still groggy, still waking up, but now he's moving forward and he's doing things for you. He's dancing with the sun. Okay. This is an aspect that has this great charge about it. All right. It's all about courage. It's all about self-belief. It's all about empathy. It's sunshine. It's all this, huge blast of sunshine. And it's almost like an affirmation in itself, okay? It's going to be very moving because you've got the sun in Pisces, Mars in Cancer, two water signs. Also among the two most intuitive signs, right? And so you could be having a lot of, intuitive moments, like really trusting your intuition. I would use this again. This is really great. Okay. Now, why is it great? Because this is an aspect that it almost like you feel compelled to take these inspired actions, right? And Mercury and Aries alone is very talking the talk. Now you've got this aspect that is helping you walk the walk, right? That confidence booster. There is that element of taking some sort of action here that is like that raises your frequency. Okay. That is getting you closer to the things that you want. This again, you've got something here with work and money, work and money, your everyday activities. That's where Mars is right now in your 6th house, your daily routines, okay? Which includes work. We have work, we have careers to make money. So huge theme for you this week, but again, great aspect. And it is Mars in Cancer in your 6th house, which is also like health matters, pets as well. You may feel something here. All right. You may feel something here. Mars in Cancer is also, now that he's awake, the sense of like, resilience and defending your loved ones, right? Speaking boldly about it with, Mercury in Aries at the same time, but also acts of kindness, even like random acts of kindness. You're going to feel this. You're going to feel this. It feels good, right? Now, the sun being a life force, and then Mars, physicality. Yeah, be physical. This is having physical drive too. That's stamina. You got the energy of the sun. So do some earthing. Go out in nature. Have a blast. Like, hug a tree. Just absorb that sunlight. It's going to feel really great. And it's going to be something that really inspires you, Aquarius. Now, the last thing I was going to say is that, okay, sure, we have Mercury and Venus in Aries all week, but Chiron is still squaring Mars, okay? And that's going to be all month. Remember, Chiron is the wounded healer, and it is in Aries. So you do have a lot of stuff happening in your Aries area, and you're just going to get more and more as we move into Aries season. So that's your 3rd house. Communication, working on that, communicating with others, writing, researching, reporting. All of this is putting you on a bigger platform. You know that, right? In terms of, people listening to you and people hearing you. I love this. Did I say you may have something with car? Like, are you buying a car? Is there something with, anyway, you also might travel, but there may be a car in the picture. And a lot of y'all are going to be changing jobs. Most of y'all, like, when we get to the end of the year, but a lot of that is happening right now. Now, the other thing I was going to say, the last thing I'm going to tell you is that Juno, a Roman goddess, Hera in Greek, right? Zeus's wife, okay? The protector, Juno. The epitome of feminine beauty, right? One of the 4 major asteroids. Juno just happens to be very active this week and just moved into Sagittarius, literally, like, just as I do this reading. She's moving back into Sagittarius. So Juno represents marriage and union, relationships, commitments, also like betrayal and infidelity. So that's kind of a big deal, okay? She's highly associated with Libra and the 7th house, partnerships and relationships. During the same time that Venus is retrograde, when you're reviewing relationships, this is big because Juno is all about the balance of power in relationships. So it's almost like amplifying this Venus retrograde when you're reviewing relationships. Juno moving into Sagittarius, that is your 11th house. And so it can be any type of relationship. And this now throws in that element of like friendships. Yeah. Okay. Groups you belong to, organizations you belong to, things like that. You've got a lot of stuff happening. Okay. We'll talk about Juno a lot more in the second spread. And there are, by the way, the lunations this week, bonkers. I mean, we have a moon Chiron conjunction. We also have the moon square Pluto in your sign. We'll talk about that. Okay, so let's get started. Aquarius, y'all are amazing. Let's do it. Let's see what's going on for you for March 1st to the 9th. Aquarius, y'all are amazing. How are y'all doing? I missed y'all, Team Aquarius. I do a traditional Celtic cross spread, offers the best overview. And especially for a weekly reading, and if we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will. Secondly, Aquarius, like this is a big week. I can't even downplay like how big of a week this is. You're gonna feel a lot of energy this week. Okay, let's get started, Aquarius. Oh yeah, listen, something's ending. Something is ending. Like I said, it looks like a lot of you are getting new jobs, new careers, maybe doing different things, side hustles, whatever it is. But there is going to be change, and you may feel emotionally impacted. You have the King of Wands. Great. That's amazing. Moving into this week where you are having that focus on your passions. Okay. What brings you the greatest passion? Like, right? Like that makes you feel alive, like the King of Wands. Okay. So this is very interesting because this is a week of partnerships and relationships. That is the big theme this week, right? Well, King of Wands is Leo, your opposite sign. Therefore, partnerships and relationships, that's what Leo, represents for you. One-on-one commitments, maybe even some legal matters, but it's a King of Wands. That's amazing. Feel it. I told you you're going to feel energy this week. King of Wands, look at him. He's leaning out. He's leaning forward. Like he can't sit still in this throne. He wants to do things. He's feeling this is epitome of fire when you get to the King of Wands. All right. A lot of transformation here. I already said you're going to be feeling that Virgo eclipse. And you see the Ouroboros in his throne, even the lion. I said he's Leo. And then the salamander at his feet, all representing transformation. And he is the entrepreneur too. A lot of work stuff you may be thinking about, career stuff. A lot of you are feeling good moving into this month, okay? Hold on to that. You got the 3 of Wands. Now, and by the way, this is just your passions. If you're not here for a career, what are you passionate about? What ones are your passions, your ambitions, right? So, okay, now 3 of Swords and the heart of your spread. Oh, Aquarius, I don't know the last time you had the 3 of Swords. Like in your spread. A lot of other signs get it. All right, but this is in the heart of your spread. And 3 of Swords is a Libra card. So not a lot of people actually know that Saturn is not only your ruler, it's also your traditional ruler. It's also Capricorn's ruler, but Saturn is exalted in Libra. Okay? Interesting, right? So, yeah, we'll go deeper, but 3 of Swords, yeah, there's something ending. Remember I said it's a week of healing, something you're going to be healing from. And I want you to do it because there's going to be something emotionally impactful, right? And because it is a Libra card, it could be a partnership. It could be a relationship. Okay? Something ending. Now, you got to look at what's happening here. You're going to be fine. You're going to be good, but I want you to work on that because it looks like, yeah, okay, so you have the 4 of Wands in your challenge area. Another card that has to do with like relationships and partnerships, but this is a Aries card, okay? Interestingly, just incidentally, it's Venus and Aries is what this card is attributed to. You've got Venus retrograde in Aries. And so take that time to reassess, okay? This is a card of like milestones, of feeling good. Look at them, right? Look at all that. It's the Huzzah card. Celebrations. And it is looking like there is something here that you're just going to have to put your eye on and really take a look. There's something ending, okay? And you may already know that. And you may already be in that process of like, okay, this is something that is, I don't know if I want to let this go. And it's going to be a confusing period with all these retrogrades, with all these Neptune conjunctions, because that can also be confusing. That's why I say use the aspects. Don't let them use you. because you have the Seven of Wands in your crown, and then you have the Two of Swords and the root of your spread. So, do you know what you want? Right? Is like, do you know what you're fighting for? Is it authentically you? You have the Two of Swords and the root of your spread. Remember, you have the Three of Swords and the heart of your spread. Two Libra cards, first of all. Secondly, you've got another sword suit where it's like, let me take some time to really go within, trust my intuition, okay? Remember, I said this is a week where intuition is going to be heightened. Now, just because you have intuition doesn't mean like, okay, but you got to connect. You got to connect. You got to take that time out. Like her, okay? She's taking some time out, but she's got that blindfold on. There's some things that she doesn't want to face. She's got to face them. She's got her back turned to the moon and the sea. Intuition and emotion. Connect, okay? Connect with all that. These swords, they're going to get heavy. She can't hold them all night. There's going to be a decision or something you are really needing to go within, all right? Remember, I said your second house, your eighth house, extremely activated, right? And that's all about self-worth, self-value. It's your transformation. It could be on this, psychological level, like really going deep. But you've got to ask yourself, can I open up? Can I open up my heart for something that may go a little bit sideways? And hey, it might be you. And it's, coming after that King of Wands, it might be you that does something where it's like, oh, I've been at the same job for, 5 years. It's time for me to get a promotion. It's time for me to get a new job. I have the skills to start my own job. I'm feeling good about it. And then you do, it's hard, and it's like, oh, it's sad, all my colleagues are friends, and now it's a new environment. Things are changing. But then it's like, okay, did I do the right thing? Is this the right thing? Trust your intuition. When you trust your intuition, you don't have any of those questions, right? So it's a really good time to really connect, take that time out. What do you feel deep down in your bones? Because I just said Mercury's going to go retrograde next week. Therefore, Mercury is in shadow this week, while Venus is retrograde. And so a lot of things can be a little bit confusing. There's a lot of going back and forth, a lot of reassessing, reevaluating. And so you want to use it so you are feeling more confident than confused. Yeah? And that can only happen when you are being authentically you and trusting your intuition. And you do that, and you got the Knight of Pentacles in your future. There's something here. It just looks like there's something ending, and then you've got this great, like, Knight of Pentacles. That's action, but it's like this steady, in it to win it, this long haul energy, right? And it is Pentacles, so there could be something here with money and wealth. But Pentacles are your physical reality. It could be a relationship, something that you're investing your time and effort into for the long. I'm gonna show you something here. You see the oak trees all the way in the back. First of all, this is the biggest field in tarot. You can plant as many seeds as you want because you're gonna see them grow. And he's very slow for a reason, because he's in it to win it. He wants to see the growth, right? He's very determined, very diligent, very patient too. Now, you see the oak leaves in his helmet and the horse. So he's connected to where he wants to go, okay? And he's going to get there. And this card, very interesting. Knight of Pentacles is Virgo. It's in your future. The future for us, Aquarius, is the lunar eclipse in Virgo next week, right? Your eighth house, okay? Which also has to do with money. And when I say that, that's like shared resources, like joint bank accounts, like, inheritance, investments, bonuses, commissions, loans, taxes, all right? So it is going to be an emotional week, but you've got, when you see what's happening here, Three of Swords. Sure. We call it the heartbreak card, but it's still a sword suit. It's up here, right? It's up here. There's going to be some change, right? There's going to be some change. You want me to I'll clarify that Three of Swords for you. So just do that. Yeah, there you go. Well, the whole time I've been telling you, trust your intuition, do that introspection, and there's your affirmation. This was meant to happen for you to go deep and to look into your future and feel confident, knowing what's coming. But look, his cane, right? The hermit, the wise man, his cane, boop, right in the earth, right? So even as he's looking into his future, he's staying in the present. You always want to stay in the present as you plan for a future. Let's get to your stuff. Aquarius, y'all are amazing. There's going to be some change. Change is the only constant in this world. Yeah? If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. What's this big change? And listen, you know I'm an Aquarius. If you're new to my channel, I'm an Aquarius. It's like, some of y'all know there's going to be change. You already feel it. Okay. All right, let's get started. You know I love y'all. All right, so, yeah. Oh, you're going to be good. You're going to be really good. It's just, yeah, it's going to be an emotional week. Just go within, right? This is going to help. There could be something here ending, and it might be a relationship, right? With that 401s in your challenge area, it might be a relationship. And again, it can be career. It doesn't have to be, love all the time. Or family, because you've got in your third house. Oh, and by the way, the hermit is Virgo too. So you're going to be feeling that lunar eclipse already. All right. You got to let something go. Now, Ten of Swords. Are you a cross watcher, Aquarius? If you are, you know that the Ten of Swords has come up a lot. Ten of Swords. There you go. You just want it. You want this change. You want things to just, because you may feel that things have been really, and honestly, Aquarius, it has. Look at all my live streams. Okay. I connect with y'all all the time in the live streams. Mars retrograde. Why did I talk about it so much? Because it was such a big deal. And we're finally coming out of it. And sure, Mars is going slow. He's sitting at that 17-degree point. He's a little, we got to let him wake up. But Mars retrograded in your 6th house of everyday activities. It was hard to get things off the ground, and done, right? So, this is fine. I don't mind it because it's like, okay, I'm getting up now. All right. I'm getting up. If things have been challenging for you, use it. Okay. Learn from it, because all it does is empower you more. All right. And that's the Ten of Swords. It's the end. 10 is the end. This is the card of new dawn. The sun is coming out. Okay. His hand gesture is the same as the Hierophant. Blessings. So this is almost like that blessing in the disguise. Like, I really had to go through this process because now I know, right? That's how we grow through the challenges that we go through. And remember, you're on a karmic journey. 10 and 1 0 equals 1. It's a cycle. Everything is cyclical. You're going to go through this cycle again and again and again. But that's why you have to learn from this. That's why he has the same hand gesture as the divine Hierophant. Because when you learn from this, when you feel empowered from it, you never have to go through that cycle again. You've learned your lesson, right? Whatever you needed to take away from that, okay? That could have been hard for you. You're going to be fine. You got the star. Which, listen, this is a big deal. It's your card. Look. You're going to be fine. You're going to be good. The star in your external factors area, the star is all about healing. What did I say about this week? It's all about healing. And the stars also feeling free, feeling good. You can express yourself. You're honest with yourself. You have nothing to hide. She's naked. That represents all that. The water barrier. Okay. Now there is. I'm going to show you something. You got the 8 stars, right? They're all 8 pointed. It's card 17. 1 7 equals 8. All referencing and linked to the strength card. Okay. Leo. That card is attributed to Leo. Remember, Leo is your opposite sign. Partnerships and relationships. I'm just saying, there may be something here with that. Okay. If not, it's still great right here. Okay. This is learning and wisdom and great knowledge. You even see the ibis in the background, little bird there. All right. So a lot of it enlightenment, but that wisdom that it's good. You're good. It's in your external factors area. There's a lot happening for you. And there is quite possibly something here where there may be someone in the picture, okay, that is part of your destiny. That really, you're on this journey with them, and we're, someone opening up doors for you this week. Yeah, the moon. Yeah, I know. You want it. This is you want to get out of that headspace. I get it. Aquarius, it's been stuff for us. Yeah. All you have to do, remember, just get listen, the moon in tarot is attributed to Pisces. So again, you have a lot of Piscean energy, not just this week, the entire month. You saw my monthly forecast. We have like the conjunctions in Pisces all month. And again, that is your second house of money, income, salary. Are you overthinking things? Is there like a circus going, like too much, right? Or are you being hard on yourself? Or are you not letting your intuition guide you? It's the moon, right? And also, hey, card 18, 1 8 equals 9. Whose face is in the moon? The Hermit, card 9. So again, there's going to be something here where you're going to go deep. You're going to spend that time, okay? Really, really getting in touch with your spiritual side. Like I said, I just say intuition. It's easy. We all have it, okay? And there is this element of here is like, I just want to stop worrying. I feel like I'm always on the defense. I feel like people are coming after me. I'm like confused about things, this week. Well, you've got the Queen of Cups and your final outcome. This is double water. And look at her foot in the water, its emotions. The same thing here, by the way, with the star. The best way to see this is like what you think is possible. There's this link, okay, to what's real. Her foot on the ground, all right? It's going to be merging. And you see she's pouring the water on the ground, okay? The green grass representing that fertility, that growth, like something new. It's almost like you are going through some sort of rebirth here. Yeah? Queen of Cups, really great. Emotional intelligence, heightened intuition, compassion, everything that I said. Right? With all that Piscean energy, with Neptune, heightened to a whole other level where not only are you opening up your heart, right? To people, your loved ones, to everyone, right? Self-love. Okay? Because you got the Two of Swords here crossing off her heart. So, and then you got the Three of Swords in the heart of your spread. So take that time to really go within. But again, you're coming out on top, like just so emotional, like it's almost like this visceral, you're just going to feel it. You're going to feel really good. Okay. But there is something that's going to happen likely, right? And it could be you that's ending something here, right? That Hermit, whatever the case, it's for you to go within to be more confident in, with the actions that you take. And I want you to take some actions, but this is great. You have the Knight of Pentacles in your future with the star, with the Hermit. Like, this is really good. It is all about the long term. And again, all this Piscean energy in your second house, right, where Saturn is, building that bridge for you. We do have the Sun conjunct Saturn next week. That's in your second house. Aquarius, y'all are amazing. All right, so next week. Oh gosh, this is okay. Sorry. Well, that's it. That's it. All right. I think that you do have the longest reading. Aquarius, next week, if you like this reading, by the way, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I love y'all. You know I appreciate all that. Next week, we're going to talk about the eclipse in Virgo. We're going to talk about Mercury going retrograde. There's a lot happening next week. And the second spread. Whoa, we're going to talk about Juno being in your 11th house of your hopes and wishes and dreams and your network, your friends. But we're also going to talk about some of these lunations that are going to have a really strong impact on you. Okay. There's home stuff here for y'all too, but, some work stuff. Anyway, okay. Thanks so much, Aquarius. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.